Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Brown. I'm a session guitarist, songwriter and guitar tech, and today we're talking about 5 guitar maintenance tips for beginners. Over the last decade, I've been lucky enough to experience a lot musically. One of the best things has been being a guitar tech for PRS guitars. That's something that I still do to this day. I've learnt a lot there, and it's a great company run by great people. Right, first of all, I'd just like to say that this is not a setup tutorial. I'll be doing one of those another time. This video is just about maintaining your guitar in between setup and restrings. Right, so tip number 1 is about cleaning your strings. It's really important after you've used your guitar to clean your strings of the hand grease and all the gunk that gets on them. You want to make sure that you wipe them down thoroughly after every live use, rehearsal, or just playing and you're practicing in your bedroom. You also want to make sure that you use good quality strings, because cleaning your strings and using good quality strings not only helps with string life, which everyone wants their strings to last as long as possible, but it also helps with fret life. So make sure you use good strings. Personally, I use Ernie Ball strings. They're not a sponsor, but I use Ernie Ball 10-52s on my electric guitars, and then on my acoustic guitar I use standard gauge Diodario acoustic strings. They're not a sponsor either. Right, tip number 2 is equally as important, and that's about jack sockets. Now, just to make sure, jack socket is this thing right here, and it's what your cable goes into, and it feeds into your amp or pedal board. Now, it's very important to keep your jack sockets clean, because you can get interference and crackling when they get dirty, and it can get dirty for a number of reasons. What you want to do is you want to use either Deoxit D5, not a sponsor, or Servicol switch cleaner. You want to just spray a tiny bit of either into the jack socket and then put a jack in and out a few times to work it in, and that should clean it out. And also, that's really good to do on your pots. It's a good way of fixing crackly pots on your guitar, and it's also good to do in the jack sockets of your pedals to clean them out as well. Right, tip number 3 has to do with wood and temperature. So, one of the most important things in a guitar setup and in the feel of a guitar is the neck relief. Now, in a setup, you set your neck relief to how you like it, and it should stay that way. One of the things that can make it move is really drastic temperature fluctuations. So for example, if you have your guitar and you leave it in a car in summer and it gets really hot, that can make the neck relief change, and it can also warp the wood, which is really bad for the guitar. Right, tip number 4 is about frets. Now, the frets are the metal parts that go across the neck to help you create notes. I know that sounds like a very obvious thing, but you don't know until you learn, and there was a time that I didn't know that myself. So, frets. You need to make sure you look after your frets and keep up with the condition of them. So you need to know when you need new frets, and it will be very obvious because you'll get buzz and all sorts of other horrible things. But don't jump to getting completely new frets. This would be a good time to take your guitar to a tech to see if it needs new frets. But don't jump to getting new frets. It may just need a tech to level and re-crown them. But there's a way you can extend the life of your frets by using fretboard and fret conditioner, which is either called that or lemon oil. Fun fact, lemon oil sometimes doesn't even have lemon oil in it, sometimes it's peach oil. But what the lemon oil or fretboard conditioner does is it creates a barrier against moisture between, you and the frets, or general moisture in the frets, any sort of dirt in the frets, and can extend the life. Right, tip number 5 is about nut slots. Now, it's really simple, but it's really important. Nut slots are these things here. This is your nut on your guitar, and the strings go into the nut slot and out the other side. Basically, you just need to keep the actual nut slots themselves clean and free of any sort of dirt or grime, because that can create buzz. All you need to do is pull the string out of the slot, use a business card or anything Just go back and forth a couple of times, then put the string back in, and that's it. Right, that's all we've got time for today. I hope some of it helped. If you've got any extra questions, please feel free to comment below and I'll try and answer as quick as possible. As always, please remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell to get notifications when I have new videos. I post new videos every Friday. Peace, love and happiness to you all. I'll see you next time.